हाँ जी, बना दे रहा हूँ।
हाँ। So we are discussing about Mundakopanishad, right? Uh, there we have seen this slide, I think, right? So Brahma, the knowledge transformation or the parampara of the Brahma Vidya from Brahma to Atharva, Atharva to Angira, Angira to Satyavaha, Satyavaha to Angirasa, Angirasa to Shaunaka. And if we remember that second slide or the first slide, it is from the Mundakopanishad from the Atharvana Veda, especially from the Shaunaka Shaka. Here the Shaunaka reached Angirasa and asked for the Brahma Vidya. And the Shaunaka replied, approached to Angirasa. Then Angirasa replied to the Shaunaka. There are two, the Paravidya and Aparavidya. What is the Aparavidya means Rigved, Yajurved, Samaved, Atharvanved, Siksha, Kalpa, Vyakarana, Nirukta, Chandas. All these six are known to be as the Aparavidya. And what is the Para? By which we are able to know the Akshara. That is the Paravidya. And we have discussed this yesterday. And we also looked into this slide. So what is that nature of the Akshara? So what is this Akshara? Sorry, where it is? Mm. What is this Akshara here? Mm. Mm. So it's completed. What is this Akshara? If you look at here, the Paravidya by which the Akshara to be known, immutable is realized. So we have to have some kind of, how the Akshara is. So here they're explaining the nature of Akshara. The Akshara is Adheshyam, which is not visible, that is invisible, Agrahyam, not graspable, and Agotram, without any source. Why? Because it is the only source for everything. And Avarnam, there is a no caste. Caste is not the caste right now we are having. It's a Chaturvarna, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra. And without eye and stotra, so that is without eyes and ears, without apanipadam, without hand and feet, Nityam, he is eternal, and Sarvavyapi, he is spreaded everywhere. Sarvagatam, he is omnipresent, and Susukshmam is a very subtle, and Avyaya, there is no Vyaya, he is a immortal. We are all mortals. We have discussed this slide yesterday. And what is the origin of the creation? The comparison of Urnanabi. Urnanabi means the spider. You have to remember this violet color Sanskrit word. Urnanabi is the spider. So if we see the spider, spider web will come from spider only. When and again the spider will eat that thing, right? So the same way it's web. In the same way, human like a comparison, how the creation is a they compared in order to explanation, in order to give explanation to Shaunaka, is they have given the example of the spider and its web. So what it means, everything will come from there only, and everything will merge to that only. So like an example of the spider and its web, and a human and a hair. The hair, it's not the hair that we have on the skull. So it's a hair. It's called lomas. That is a loma means each and every pore that our skin has. That is called loma. and even it is not little, little grown hair. It has the follic, each and every randra, that is called lomas. It's not romas, it's lomas. And earth and herbs and trees like Aushadha Vanamulikaha. So earth means bhumi, and wherever you see, right, if it is a earth, there is a jiva in it. So it is like countless. Where it dissolves, it dissolves to the earth only in the same way. Just like that, universe originated from the akshara. From where the web is originated, it's originated from the spider, and where it is dissolving, it goes back to the spider only. And human and their lomas also uncountable. Where it is originating from means from the tvaka skin. And earth and herbs also the same thing. These are the comparison of the origin of a creation and its dissolution. Just like that, the universe is originated from the akshara. How? So how this creation has happened? So first thing is it is a comparison. Then the second thing it is explaining how uh, this uh, creation has been created. So what happened? Brahma did tapas. Who did tapas?
Brahma.
Yes, Brahma did tapas. So from that tapas, what all came is annam. You have to remember the order as well. Annam. So annat pranam. Pranat manaha. Manat manaha, manasi karma or born. So there is an order. Brahma did tapas from that annam, annat. So from the annam, prana, pranat, manas, manasi karma, or these are form. Or you can remember in this annam, prana, manaha, karma or born from the tapas done by Brahma. So this slide is very important. Every slide is important, but you have to go through this sloka. Tapasi chiyate brahma. Tato annam abhijayate annat pranaha manaha satyam lokaha karmasu chamritam. So that is the sloka. So Agnihotri diminished his 7 births. So what it says, right? Uh, States about the Agni or Yagna. What it is, when the flames are rising up from the wood, like casta, the fire carries the food. The food is a havya to the god. Um, so what it means, it's very simple, ma. When we are doing the yagna, what will happen? We will arrange the bricks, and then we will keep the firewood. That means the sticks. Uh, and after that, we will keep the camphor and we will lit the agni. So after that, we will do the argyas, means keeping the what it is, ghee into the havya. So what happens when we are keeping the uh, ghee into the fire? So it keep on burning, right? That is known as the food. For the agni, what is the food? The food is the ghee there. Okay, so when the flames are rising up from the hood, when it rises, when there is a fuel to burn it at up, that is called food. To the gods duly lighted, offering should be made in a systematic manner. That is systematic manner. You should do every time. So we will do only ahuti after swaha during the yajna karya. So how yajna should be done here, right? When the fire is setting up to the wood, when we offer the fuel, that is the food, that is the havya. So the havya is taken to the gods directly. Offering should made in a systematic way. That is what it is said about the yajna. Agnihotri diminishes 7 births when. So Agnihotri will diminish, means he will destroy his 7 births when who is not uh, following the Amavasya or performing the Amavasya or Darsha karma. There is a call some karma or performance of some ritual. It's known as the Darsha karma, and that is who is not following the Amavasya performing the Darsha karma. And second one is who is not performing full moon ritual and not performing the Chaturmasa karma. So I know little bit of Chaturmasa karma. I have seen few ladies who are doing the Chaturmasa vrat. So after they will eat, what I know is they will eat 1 month. They will not eat the vegetables 1 month, and next month they will eat only fruits, and the next month they will eat only uh, curd, I guess. And the fourth one uh, they will not eat dal or something like this. They will perform. I know few ladies they are doing, but I'm not uh, come to the details of what it is when should they eat something. But first masa for sure, I know that they will avoid all the vegetables. They will eat only the curd for first 1 month, and the second month they will eat the dal as well, and they will not eat bahubija phala. What means like pomegranates and guava, they won't eat. They will eat like the fruit which has having only one seed, like usiri, amla, and the next one mango. Even sapota they don't eat. Why? Because it has more than one seed, like that. Chaturmasa. And who does not have guests? Like Atidhi Satkara. If you are not invite any Atidhis or do Satkara to the Atidhis, then that person also diminishes 7 births and not performing the Vaishvanara rite. No, what is the Vaishvadeva rite means? Feeding the birds, animals, and whatever come to you with hunger. So without any phala, you have to offer food or we have to feed them. That is called Vaishvadeva rite. Vrata, Vaishvadeva Vrata. If you are someone is not performing the Vaishvadeva Vrata, they will also diminish his 7 births. And the ritual again is the Shastras. The one who are doing the rituals which are against to the Shastras, that will also diminish the 7 births of the Agnihotri. Even though you are doing in Yajna and you are offering a systematic manner, when you are not following 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, these 6, one is the Dasha Karma, you're not performing the immune rituals, you are not performing the Chaturmasa Karma, and not doing the Atidya Satkara, and you are not keeping the Vaishvadeva rite, and also rituals against the Shastras, and also doing the rituals against the Shastras. This will diminish your Yajna Phala. And what are the 7 tongues of the fire? Kali, Karali, Manojava, Sulohita, Sudumravarna, Smulingi, Visvaruchi. These are the 7 tongues of the fire. So why it is mentioned here? See here, uh, when the flames are rising up from the wood, the fire carries the food to the gods directly, right? What is the how many tongues that fire is having? Means the fire is having 7 tongues. What are they? Kali, Karali, Manojava, Sulohita, Sudumravarna, Kulungi, Visvaruchi. च देवी लेलायमाना इति सप्तजिह्वाः. These are the 7 jihvas of fire. Worthless of selfish karma. 1 minute, ma, I will be. Uh, So till now, till here, do you have any questions? Hello? Anyone is there?
Yes, ma'am. No questions, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh. So next one is the worthless of selfish karma. So people who rest on inferior karmas of the form of weakness, which is having eight constitute and not swim like a worn out boat. So the people who think that there is the highest fall over and over the life of the old age and death. So we know it, right? So avidyaya अविद्यया मन्तरे वर्तमानाः स्वयं धीराः पण्डिताः मन्याः जगन्यमानाः पर्यन्ति मूढाः अन्धेनैव नीयमाना यथा अन्धाः. Have you heard this one? अन्धेनैव नीयमाना यथा अन्धाः. Have you heard this mantra earlier in Isha Kenakata Mandukya?
Ma'am,
It's okay,
yes.
sir.
सुना हाँ?
सुना क्या इसके पहले?
जी मैम सुना है, पर ये याद नहीं आ रहा कहाँ पर सुना है।
वही ये आप करना
ईशोपनिषद में
पड़ेगा. कहाँ पे?
ईशोपनिषद
इस उपनिषद में है. श्योर. इस उपनिषद में है 18 मंत्र. इसमें है क्या? Okay, find out and let me know. So if I remember correctly, I have write it down something in a white color font down the slide. Just giving a hint to recall where it is. So however, let's hear what it is there. अविद्यया मन्तरे वर्तमानाः स्वयं धीराः पण्डिता मन्यमानाः जगन्यमानाः पर्यन्ति मूढाः अन्धेनैव नीयमानाः यथा अन्धाः. The one who are thinking themselves as like a panditas, and what they will think like that is only correct, and for those people they will come and the cycle of the old age and death. And the next one is avidyayam bahuda vartamanah vayam kurtardha iti abhimanyanti balaha. Balaha is also repeated. We have seen the bala word earlier in one more Upanishad. The avidya, the people who are possessing the avidya is the greatest. That Upanishad they stated those people as a balas. So Upanishad, you have to recall that one. Yat karmano na pravedanti raga tena aturaha kshinalokaschavante. Kshinalokaschavante. So what happens? Those who are thinking of they are the panditas, and they think that they with their pandityam they feel like they are krutardas, they succeed. So for them it's no, every time it will send them into the moha only, raga only. And what happened with that, they tenahu kshinaloko chavantite. So like yavat punyafalam te arjitaha, what it means, as much as they have the punyafala, they will enjoy that punya thing, and after that they will come to the this loka only. What is this loka? Prithvi loka only. That what it says. What is worthless? Why it is worthless? Why? Because again there is no escape from the old age and death. That is why it is worthless. So who will get this kind of worthless thing means the one who are thinking themselves as a panditaha, actually they are the avidya persons. For them, this old age and death will not lose its cycle. So, what is a worthful karma? What is the worthful karma? Tapaha. Okay. Tapaha shraddhayehi वानप्रस्थः सन्यासिः शान्तचित्तः विद्वांसः and vaikshacharya means भिक्षाटना जो भिक्षाट means याच करके वो उसका भूख मिटाता है तो भूख प्यास मिटाता है वही वैक्षाचर्याम चरन्ति सूर्यद्वारेण ते विराजाः प्रयान्ति यत्र अमृतं स पुरुषो ह्यव्यात्मा पुरुषो ह्य पुरुषो ह्यव्य पुरुषो हि अव्ययात्मा. So what it says like tapasa shraddha. What is the tapas? Oh, so we have that person has to have the tapas with the shraddha and also shanta chitta sannyasi. And after that he will have to open a door where there is no punya and papa, and he is that amruta, and for that person it's it is possible to get avyayah, that is the Atman. And so how that this worthful karma is done by a wise person. So how the quality, what is the quality of that wise person? Pariksha lokan karmachitan brahmano hi nirvedamayan nasatkrutyam krutena tad vijnanardam sa gurume abhigachet तस्मात् पानिः श्रोत्रियं ब्रह्मनिष्ठम्. So what it says? परीक्ष्य लोकान् कर्मचितान् ब्रह्मणः. So that wise person, whatever he will face pariksha, he will discriminate. He will ikshanam means looking at something. Parikshanam means looking at something with a discrimination. That is called pariksha. So pariksha lokans, whatever the lokas or whatever the lokas he is facing, he will look at them with a discrimination knowledge. And also what it happens after that, then he will realize that what it is, karma chitan brahmanah nirvedayan. So by doing the karma chitan means by doing the karma, brahmanah, so the brahma nirvedaha. So we cannot known the Brahman by doing the karmas. He will know that, and after that what he will do? He will get that vijnanardam sa gurumeva abhigachet. Then after that he will get that vairagya. Vairagya means there is no raga. So detachment. With the detachment, he will reach a guru. Abhigachet. Gurumeva abhigachet. He will reach a guru and samitpani Strotriyam Brahmaministam. So once he reached the Guru, what he will do, right? With devotion, with gratitude, he will completely listen. We know the difference between the hearing and listening, right? So he will listen with the heart and soul, and he has to reach a guru who has the quality of the Brahmanishta. What is meant by Brahmanishta? He has to establish the, let's say like I am the guru. So when I will become a guru, when I have established the Brahman, then only I will become the Brahmanishta guru. So here it says that, so the wise person should discriminate these lokas, and after that he will get to know that by doing the karmas, I am unable to get the Brahman. I have to know that Brahman. So I have to reach a person who already perceived the Brahman. That is the Brahmanishta. So I have to reach that kind of guru who already established in the Brahman. That is a Brahmanishta. And after that, I have to set my query to him with the Shraddha. That is only the worthful karma. So if you think like you are the great, then you are the Pandita, that is the avidya. So by doing the avidya karma, you will end up with a birth and old age. But when you look at these lokas with the discrimination and realizing that through karmas you cannot realize the Brahman, so you have to reach someone who already realized the Brahman, and once you reach that kind of guru, you have to be obedient and to do that kind of with a shraddha. You have to gain the knowledge from him. That is the only worthful karma according to the Mundakopanishad. The role of guru and eligibility of his disciple. So here also, so let's say someone is reaching to the Brahmanishta guru, someone says like he is the great, he did that. So there is a two-way checking, like the guru should check and should get test of its student before transferring the knowledge. And the same way, the Shishya also has to do a good inquiry. Am I looking for this? He is going to be give me this knowledge or some other knowledge. So, it's a two-way checking. The role of guru and eligibility of the discipline. So the guru should teach the knowledge of the Brahman completely when you approach him with the prashanta chitta and control over the indriyas, shamanvitaha. So when the person has the control over the indriya, for them only we have to, we have, it's distributing is not the right terminology. We have to impart the knowledge to that kind of fellow. So what if happens if I impart my knowledge to, uncontrolled over the indriyas? So whatever I'm saying something, right, their indriyas will attach with something else. So when the indriyas are attaching to something else, whatever I'm saying, it's like a waste of time and waste of energy and a waste of, prana. So time is nothing but life. Life is nothing but time. So when there is no life, you cannot able to calculate the time. When there is a time, there is a life. So there is a avinava bhava sambandha, means we cannot detach the time and life ever and ever. So however, when you do not have prashanta chitta, what is means prashanta chitta? Chitta means it's not the mind, it's a combination of mano, buddhi, ahankara. So when this manaha, buddhi and ahankara, these are satisfied, then only you will obtain that prashanta. And when the prashanta chitta is when the one person has the prashanta chitta, then only the samanvita, then only he is able to control his indriyas. So for example, I want to watch a movie, but the instruction is given by my guru is you shouldn't watch the movie. But as long as I'm craving or thriving to watch movies in my mind, in my chitta, in my buddhi, even the guru instructions is burdensome for me. So that's why. So first you have to have a prashanta chitta and you have to have a control over your indriyas, shamanvitaha. For that person only you have to transmit or you have to teach the knowledge of the Brahman completely. Okay. So the role of the guru. So nature of the supreme self. From here the second mundaka starts. So if you see from the fourth or fifth slide, there is a nature of the akshara. And here is the nature of the supreme self. So celestial Purusha, who is formless, who is pervading within and without, who is unborn, who is without vital force, who is without mind, pure, higher than the Akshara, that is the Akshara. So the nature of supreme self. We are thinking that Akshara is it has this kind of nature, as we just saw in Mundakopanishad and also in the Mundakopanishad, the fourth slide and sixth slide defines that nature of the Akshara. So here, nature of Supreme Self is beyond the Akshara. So if when you think Omkara is the ultimate, no, there is something beyond that Akshara is also there. This mantra proves that. दिव्यो हि अमृतः पुरुषः, and also pure and higher than the akshara. Subro, pure means subro. Subro hi ayam aksharat paratah param. He is the greater and greatest than the akshara. And apranaha, he is without vital force. Here vital force means, it's a translation. So without vital force means apranaha. That Supreme Self does not have any prana just like us. And ajaha, ajaha means, so let me take a pen. Where is ajaha? See, this word is he plus ajaha, hyajaha. So ajaha means, jaha means born, ajaha means unborn. This is unborn. And who is pervading within and without? Saha bahya antaraha. Bahyantaro. It's a dvanda samasa. Bahya plus antara. So bahya means the within and bahya means without. Antara means within. He is pervading within and without. Sahi amurtaha. Murti means the form. Amurtaha means formless. So Divya means is a celestial. So Divya means celestial, Amurta means formless, and Amurta formless Purusha, and also the Bahya Abhyantaraha. So Bahya means without, and Abhyantara means within, Ajaha means unborn, Apranaha means without vital force, means without prana. He amanaha means manaha. So there is no manaha and amanaha. Opposite of amanaha. Opposite of manaha is amanaha. That is without mind. And he is a subraha. Subraha means a pure. And he aksharat parataha param. He is higher than the akshara. That is the nature of the Supreme Self. So what is the creation? Just as 1,000 sparks arise from the burning fire. So when fire burning, there are 1,000 sparks arising from that fire. So do all the beings. Beings means bhavaha. So you have to remember bhavaha, where it is, bhavaha. Rises from the akshara, dissolves into the akshara. So what is the creation? Everything is rising from the akshara and dissolving from the akshara. What is the order of creation? See here, aksharat parataha paraha. From this, the first one is the prana, manaha, indriyas. You have to remember this sequence. Akasha. So vayu, agni, that is the jyoti, apaha, water, and earth is the fire. Here, so there are two words that can represent Agni. One is the Jyoti, another one is the Agni. So here in this Upanishad, Agni is represented as the Jyoti. You have to remember the Aksharat prana, prana and manas after indriya after come. So Akasha, Vayu, and Jyoti, water and earth. So we know this sequence very frequent. We have studied here and there. So from Aksharat, you have to remember prana. Chale vate chale chittam, nischalo nischalam bhavet. So you have to remember that prana and manas. Easily you can identify the order. It's Aksharat pranam, pranat manaha, manahtaha kaha agachati, indriyaha agachanti. And also the form of the formless. So the form of the formless. So in the previous slide, we have seen that the nature of the Supreme Self, this is the formless, right? Where it is. The second form, who is formless, Amurtaha. So here this slide is explaining the form of the formless. So how it is forming? So let's say that form has the form of form has having the head, eyes, ears, speech, pranam, and heart. So what is the head? So the head is the Agni. Eyes are the one is the sun, another is moon. Ears are the directions. So we can hear the sound from the directions, right? That's why you can connect that direction and ears. Eyes are sun and moon, and Agni is the head. Speech are Vedas. Pranam is the Vayu. Her heart is the whole universe. This is the inner soul of the heart. All. So not only me, not only you, not even, not only in our neighbors or our elders, anyone, even the ant, even the tree. This is the inner soul of all Babas. Babas means Jivas. So repeat after me, either whether if you are muted or unmuted, just repeat after me. Touch your head, call it as Agni. Touch your right and left eye, call it as a sun and moon. Touch your ear, say directions. Touch your speech, that is the Vedas. Touch your nostrils, that is the Vayu Prana. Touch your heart, that is the whole universe. This is the inner soul of all Bhavas, that is the all beings. The process of the process of birth of the organism. So what is the organism? It's a kana, anavu, paramanavu, tataha jivaha. So do you have any doubts till this slide, ma? Anything that is you are not clear?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So here, this slide, the process of birth of an organism. So earlier we have seen the order of the creation, and we have seen the cause of the creation. The cause of creation, it's come from the akshara and dissolved from the akshara. Order of creation from aksharat, pranam pranat, manah manatah indriya, aksharat annam annamtah pranah, pranatah manah manatah indriyas. Right? That is the order of the creation. This is the process of birth of organism. So let's say they have taken sun as a fuel, creates the clouds from the chara. Chara means here soma. So I'm here going to underline or around few words. You have to remember that soma, under the sun as the fuel. It creates the clouds. From there the soma, just like a rice. And after that, what will happen? From the clouds, medicine on the earth. So when it rains, only that aushadis, the trees or plants or ankuras will come from the earth, right? From that medicine grows the semen in the person. So whatever the aushadis will come out from the earth, we will eat them. That will convert into saptadhatus. And the last one is the sukra. It will convert a semen in a person. And that discharge of semen in the womb, the subject of organism gets birth. This is how the organism gets birth. First, the sun as a fuel creates the clouds. From the clouds, usually the rain will come. Here in this Mundakopanishad, the soma will come. From that soma, what will happen? The medicines on the earth will born. So from those medicines, so the medicines which are nothing but the aushadis, vanamulikas, by eating them, the semen will born in the purusha. That semen will inject into the womb. The subject of organism will start. That is the process of the birth. So see the next line. What it says, Rugeju Sama, Dityagna donation, that is the Dakshina, years, Yajamana, and all lokas were the sun and moon spreaded its energy. So the sun and moon, their energy is spreaded evenly or in the Rug Sama, uh, Diksha, Yajna, donation, Samvatsara, Yajamana, and all lokas, these energies were spreaded evenly. Even God's specific deity, men, animal, bird, prana, pana, rice, barley, tapas, shraddha, satyam, obligatory duties means nitya naimitika karmani, and 7 organs, 7 fires, 7 fuels, 7 homas, 7 lokas, oceans, mountains, rivers, and all herbs. All this energy. What kind of energy? The energy of the sun and moon should distributed evenly along these, and not along, among these, or evenly spreaded out. That is the process of the birth and its energy utilization entirely. So, see, the pricing of that again is stated. It is a subtle than the subtle. It is the residence of all lokas and the lords of that lokas. The Brahma is itself the prana, speech, mana, satyam, amrutatvam. Who is the Brahma in Mundakopanishad? The Brahma is the prana, sorry. The Brahma is the prana, the Brahma is the speech, the Brahma is the mana, the Brahma is the sati, the Brahma is the amrutatvam. And what is how we can know that Brahma? See, in the earlier slides, it says that the sun will turn as a fluid and it creates the clouds. From the clouds, Soma will come. From the Soma, Aushadhis will born out of the earth. We will eat them. And from the semen, finally, the beings will be born. Right? And there is a force called sun and moon. The force of the energy of sun and moon distributed evenly through 7 organs, 7 fires, 7 fuels, 7 homas, 7 lokas, ocean, mountains, rivers, all herbs, etc. and etc. Right? So here it's saying that praising of that again, stating that whatever it is, the greatest power, it is the subtler than the subtle. It resides in all lokas. It's a lot of all lokas. Even the Brahma is itself the prana, speech, mana, and amrutatvam. So how we can able to notice them? How we can able to pursue them? How we can able to experience them? What is that practice? So you have to take a bow with the arrows and you have to get an aim, right? When you're doing the archery, so there is should be a bow and there should be an arrow and there should be a goal or aim. So here the bow as the Upanishad. Take Upanishad as a bow. And with the you have to do upasana on the Upanishad. Whatever it is stated in the Upanishad, you have to be get thorough understanding what it is. That is called upasana. So you have to sit nearby. It's not physical form. It's the content which is being explained in the Upanishad. You have to be grab that thing. That is called upasana. So with that kind of upasana, you have to take arrows and with a stable mind pull the string up to the ear. When you see the archery, if anyone doing the archery, it's we have to pull the string as much as we can. So usually to up to the ear, from the left side to the right ear, and aim at that akshara. So so you have to beat the akshara. So you have to, what is your aim? That is reaching the akshara. So once you reach the akshara, automatically after that, supreme self also we are able to realize when you reach the akshara. So for that, first you aim at the akshara by taking the bow as a Upanishad. Take the arrows just like Upasana. With a stable mind, pull the string up to the ear and release that arrow. That is aim at the akshara. That is the practice we have to do. What is the pranava meditation? Here, see. So here in the earlier slide, so what is the bow? Earlier slide, what is the bow?
Upanishad.
What is Upanishad? Here, in the pranava meditation, what is the bow? Om. Right. Earlier slide, what is the arrow? Not
Upasana.
sure.
Upasana.
Upasana. This pranava meditation, what is the arrow?
Atma.
Atma. What is the aim at there? In the previous slide, what is the aim? Akshara is the aim in the previous slide. In this slide, what is the aim or goal here? Brahma is the aim. Aim. So steadiness of the mind is same in that upasana and this pranava meditation. So in the pranava meditation, the Om as the above, arrow as the Atma, goal as the aim at the Brahman. In the previous slide, what it says? It says the practice. It's the meditation. So how you have to practice? This way you have to practice. How you have to do pranava meditation? So you have to take the bow. It's not different, ma. If you see, there is a continuation. It's not different. See, first you have to take the Upanishad and do upasana. Upasana means the content of Upanishad, what it is saying, do upasana of it with a stable mind. If it is a fickle mind, you cannot be able to grasp that kind of content, what it is there. And aim at the akshara. Akshara, which is nothing but the Om. Once you reach the Om, then only you are able to do the meditation of Om, right? Is it logical? Is it logical or not? It's not two different things. It is a continuation. First, we have to know the Om, then only we are able to contemplate or meditate on it. So to know, in order to know the Omkara, so first you have to read the Upanishad and you have to get upasana about it with a stable mind, then you are able to know about the Akshara. Once you know about the Akshara, you have to contemplate or meditate upon the Akshara. So that is what it means here. So who is Atma? To explain who is Atma, it's not one sloka. There are many mantras. Please go through these mantras, 5, 6, 7, 8 mantras. So, and I'm giving one mantra which I feel like very important. Natatra suryo bhati, nachendra tarakam, namo vidyut bhati, kutaha ayam kuto ayam agni praya. So mayam agni tameva bhati. So what it says like na tatra surya bhati. We see that the bright sun will not able to get his sunrise without that Atman. And even Chandra Taraka means even that what is the Chandra, moon and the stars will not able to get able to sustain or get their brightness or shining thing. So like that, it's explained about the who is Atma. The content is like this is all the Upanishad will price that one only. But this the homework, just go through that 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mantras, and after that, just give me a second, ma. Right. So who is Atma? That is Atma. Without him, there is nothing. We know it very in a simple statement, but you have to go through these mantras. And the story of two birds. The third Mundaka starts with the story of two birds. What is the story of two birds? One is the Jivatma and one is the Paramatma. What is the time? Right. So are you getting bored or tired? Do you feel it is lengthy? 1, 2, 3. Only 3 slides we have. But you tell me, shall we continue today or we'll continue tomorrow and start another Upanishad? Just 3 slides only there.
मैम
But
कंप्लीट
these
कर
three,
देंगे. I think we should carry forward.
Yeah,
ma'am. It's a story. We should continue.
it's a story. We should continue. Okay. Stories are always easy to remember, right? So that's what I feel, my personal feeling. Okay. Story of Jivatma and Paramatma, two words. Satyameva Jayate is coming from the Mundakopanishad, especially from the third Mundaka, you have to remember. Atma is subtler and known by the Manas only. The chitta of being nested by the Panchamahapranas and the Indriyas. When the chitta is cleared by them, the Atma will appear itself only. It's see here, ma'am. Where is the pen? Let me get the pen. Ah, the Atma is subtler than the Manas. We know it. Satyameva Jayate, you have to remember this. The Chitta, this little fellow, is being nested with the Pancha Mahapranas. So, what are the Pancha Mahapranas?
Ma'am, pran, apan, udan, pyan, saman.
And what are the Indriyas? How many Indriyas are we having?
मैम 5 कर्मेंद्रियां और 5 ज्ञानेंद्रियां और एक मन उभयेंद्रिय.
Right. So total 11 Indriyas and 5 Mahapranas. So this Chitta was this little fellow, this black box. This black box is being nested by, it's being nested. You know how nest look like, right? It's being nested by these 5 Mahapranas and 11 Indriyas. When the chitta is cleared by them, like there is no Pancha Mahapranas, there is no 11 Indriyas, and their influence on the chitta, automatically Atma will appear itself only. There is nothing we have to do. So far we have the Kriya Yoga, so far we have the Patanjali Yoga, so far whatever the procedures, there are different kind of meditation practices. Meditation is only one thing, but the way we approach that, it may differ from person to person, the way they are tuning themselves. The paddhati is different, the process might be different, but the destination never ever different. It's the same one destination only. So what here, why we are talking about this, right? When the chitta is nested by or corrupted by or caught by these pancha mahapranas and indriyas, their permutation and permutation and combination, then only the vasanas and etc will happen, and we will roll on to the wheel of the jarana marana. So when these are the subtle and when these are clear, automatically the Atman will appear itself. Where is the clear? So the clear chitta person, whatever he decides, he obtains them. That's why one wish in self progress reach the Atman by and pray him. So what it says, right? So whenever that person thinks that, like, so I do have a clear chitta, whatever I think of, that thing will come appear in fraction of seconds. That's why you have to strive to get that kind of state where there is no desires. So it's a bit illogical. Why? Because when we don't have that Pancha Mahaprana and the Indriyas, then there is no Chitta, then why we think of any desire, right? So we are striving for something, desireless state. And what it means, like we are desiring for the desireless state. We are desiring for that detachment state. That is also desire, na? But I didn't understand what it really means here. So we have to strive for that desireless stage. So that is also a desire, right? This is my personal question, but but here it's mentioned like we have to strive for that desireless state. Why? Because that state, whatever you desire, that you may obtain. So it's like a bit controversial. So that's why you have to pray to him. To him means that you have to pray the Atman to reveal his glory to us. And third Mundaka, second Kanda, the one who do upasana to the Brahma Gnana with the Nishkama Karma, he will crash the rebirth. That is the Sukarma. The one who is running of the objects or senses fall in the trap of the life and death. We know it already. The one who gained the Atma, all of his desires dissolve in this lifetime only. We know that. How Atma is not attainable. So, how Atma is not attainable? Nayam Atma pravachanena labhyo, na medaya, na bahusrutena. So, na ayam Atma means this Atma, pravachanena. So, pravachana means Chaganti pravachana. Have you heard about Chaganti pravachanalu? Anyone familiar with that? Chaganti Koteshwar Rao? No? No idea? Who is that one? No idea, ma? Say it, yes or no, that I can move on.
Ma'am, no idea.
No idea. So pravachana means it's like a preaching about something. It's no big discussion, doing a hasya, uh, fun about that thing, and trying to get a good information or understanding in a local language. So, so when we are talking about the Atman, so many, mean a lengthy time, a lengthy duration, we cannot obtain him. Na medaya na bahusruteni. So with our intellect, with our intelligence also, we cannot obtain the Atman. So na bahusrutena. So you are attending to the many seminars. Let's make it simple. You are attending to many seminars. So you may get the verbal knowledge, but you cannot get the Atman. That's what it means. So how Atma is not attainable means you are listening to the many preachers like pravachanena nalabhyate na medaya. With your pure raw intelligence you cannot obtain the Atman. You are listening to the Atman is this, Atman is that, and that, so on, so on, so on, so on. So you cannot get the Atman by listening to him. Yamai Vaisha Vrunate Tena Labhyate. So this mantra have you heard in earlier Upanishad? Any other Upanishad? Yamai Vaisha Vrunate Tena Labhya. So that day one person asked me the question how it will choose the person. Saha taskesha atma vivrunoti tanum swam.
Ma'am, Kenu Upanishad.
It's a question mark is there. Is it Ken Upanishad? That is how you answered it. And the next one is Nayamatma Balahine Nena Labhyo Nacha Pramadaha Tapaso Vapi Alingat. So this Atma is cannot be attainable by Balahina, weak person, na Pramada. So too much enthusiastic person also will not able to get this Atman. So Atma only get when the Atma chooses that I'm going to reveal myself to this sadhaka. Then only it is possible. By not listening to the pravachanas, now with the intelligent, now listening to many thing, and also the weak person and also too much enthusiastic person will also not get that Atman. The eligibility of the Brahma Vidya. So what are the eligibilities? First, what the disciple has to have performing the obligatory duties. Kriyavantaha Slotriya Brahmanishtaha. So performing the obligatory duties, whatever the duties written in the Shastras, we have to perform that. Who have studied the Vedas? So Swayam Jani Hu Ekarshi Shraddhanyata. So what it says that who have studied the Vedas, one who are adhering knowledge of the Brahman, performing the Agnihotra Ekarshi Vrata and performing the Siro Vrata. So see here the Siro Vrata, the terms you have to remember is the Siro Vratam, this one is here, and Ekarshi Vratam, where it is Ekarshi Vratam? क्रियान्वितं श्रोतितः ब्रह्मनिष्ठः स्वयं एकर्षे. So here एकर्षे श्रद्ध्यन्तः and also तेषामेवैतां ब्रह्मविद्यां वेदते वेदेता. So that person is only able to get the Brahmavidya who is performing the Kriyavantah. So doing the obligatory duties and being in the Brahmanishta study, who has studied the Vedas, who are adhering knowledge of the Brahman and performing the Agnihotra, that is called Ekarshi Vrata, and also performing the Shiro Vrata. These all 5 things are eligibilities for the Brahmavidya, to obtain Brahmavidya for a disciple. And what happens after knowing the Brahmavidya? So fine, we have followed all the 5 things, Sirovratam and Ekarshi Vratam, and the remaining 3 is very simple. Simple means Shastra Vihita Karma is a simple one, well known one, and also knowledge of the Brahman, that is a well known one. What is the different here? Ekarshi Vrata and Sirovrata is mentioned, and the criteria of the eligibility of a Brahmavidya in the Mundakopanishad. That's what you have to remember. So what happens after knowing the Brahmavidya? So whatever I hear the box has stated, it's mantras from 5, 6, 7, 8 mantras. You can get into the third Mundaka, second Kanda. In that second Kanda, you can look these mantras. After attaining the Brahmavidya, what it says, it's Prashanta. So you will obtain that Prashanta. And Vitaragaha, Raga means desire, Vitaraga means devoid of desires, and experience everything. Whatever it is that you are able to experience, reach Brahma Loka and stay there and freed up all from his desires. So we are doing something to realize the Brahman. Even that wish also I feel like it's a desire. But they will not consider it as a desire. Why? Because that is only the ultimate purpose of this lifetime, what they feel. And also 15 kalas merge into its own source. Indriya becomes one with the respective gods. What is the 15 kalas? There are 16 kalas, 64 kalas are there. Here they are saying 15 kalas. 15 kalas are merged into the own source. So you have to remember how many kalas are mentioned Mundakopanishad. That is the 15 kalas merged into the one source. India becomes with one with the respective gods. We know it very well. So if you see Panchamahabhutas merge into the Tanmatra, Sanmatra merge into the Tamoguna, and here the Karmendriya, Gananendriyas merge into that Sattvaguna, and Mana also will merge into the Sattvaguna. Trigunas will merge into the Hankara, Hankara merge into the Buddhi, Buddhi merge into the Mahat, Mahat merge into the Prakriti. This is the reverse theory. And also the karmas and the jivatma full uplifted with the supreme immutable principle, just like a rivers unite in the seas by giving up its name and forms. So how? See, I am Mridula, I am doing this karma, and this karma means I am here, I am studying this slide and doing this kind of act. So this is at this moment. Without this moment, after half an hour, who am I? I am the Mridula, I'm doing something else. So the act will change, but I'm thinking of I am. This Mridula will not change as long as I have this feeling of I, right? So here it says like the karmas, whatever I'm doing, the Jivatma, who I'm realizing, who I'm pointing it out and saying that this is me, Mridula, is unified with a supreme immutable principle Just like rivers unite in sea by giving up the names and forms, how it will unite. So I have I mean, we know that Ganga, Yamuna, Krishna, Kaveri, these are the unique names according to the its region, like the place where it flows, right? The river flows. So same way, it has the different. It is doing its work in a different place and different shape and different length, a different capacity of water. It's flowing every day. But once it reaches the sea, it just leaves its form, place, and everything. It will merge into the sea, right? The same way, this karma and jiva atma will unified with the supreme self. Knots of water would be broken and freed up. So this point we have discussed in the previous Upanishad. There are three knots: Brahma Grandhi, Vishnu Grandhi, and Rudra Grandhi. These knots are freed up. And in this line, there will be will known the Brahma Vidya. So in this line, in his line means not this. In his line means, let's say I know the Brahma Vidya. Whoever I have the line, like either it is my Shishya Parampara, or either it is my son, daughter, and grandson, granddaughters, great children, great grandchildren. They will all know the Brahma Vidya. We have already discussed about the how the people will born in this kind of family according to Bhagavad Gita. He overcome the grief and transcended sins, however. So this much of thing he is doing, can't he just overcome his grief and sin? Definitely he will overcome. Then after that only he is able to attain that Brahma Vidya. So after attaining the Brahma Vidya, of course there is no grief and no sin, right? Of course it will happen. So that is what he should get. He is feeling like Prashanta. He is free from the desires. He can experience everything. He will reach the Brahma Loka and free up all his desires. He is merged with the source. How his indriyas become, it's like a reverse back theory. And also karmas and jivatma will unify with the supreme self, how the rivers unified with the sea, and the knots of the heart will be broken or freed up. In his line there is no everyone know about the Brahma Vidya, and he will overcome his grief and sin. That happens after knowing the Brahma Vidya. So this slide will complete the Mundakopanishad. Let's give a quick recap. Why? Because it's good to have a quick recap. So what happens after Brahma Vidya? So we will get the Prashanta Vitaraga. He will experience everything. He will reach the Brahma Loka by freeing up all his desires. Five kalas will merge into their own source. Indriya becomes one with the respective god. Karma and Jivatma. Karma means whatever I'm doing. Jivatma is who am I? I'm recognized with some name and fame, right? That is the Jivatma unified with the supreme immutable principle, just like how rivers are uniting with the sea. And the knots of Grandhis will be open, and the knots of hard Grandhi is open. Here what it says in his line, there is all person will know about the Brahma Vidya, he will overcome the grief and sin. The previous slide says about the eligibility of the Brahma Vidya. He should do the Shastra Vihita Karma. She should do the studying of Vedas. You have to adhering the knowledge of the Brahma. And Ekarshi Vrata and Siro Vrata are the two things that is the unique to the Mundakopanishad. So the one who do the Upasana and Brahma to the Brahma Jnana with a Nishkama, he will cross the rebirth. Of course, we know that all the three boxes we are very well know about it, by we will cross the birth and death, we will cross the rebirth. One who gained the Atma, all his desires will dissolve in this lifetime only. How Atma is not attainable, we are very well known that na pravachanena, na medaya, na bahusrutena, na balahinena, na apramatto. So these are the Atman will not attainable by this kind of quality person. And the story of two birds, there are two birds, one is the Jivatma and the Paramatma. Jivatma is enjoying the food, Paramatma just watching it. When the Jivatma is not turning his head back and looking at the Paramatma. The moment it looks at the Paramatma, the unity will happen. It will freed from the things. That's what the story tells about it. However, how the chitta is being nested, the chitta is being nested with the Panchamahapranas and 11 Indriyas. When this nest is cleared, automatically the Atman appeared with himself. The clear chitta, so once this kind of state happens, like whatever he desires, it will appear for him. So here my doubt is there is no desires. We have to have a complete desirelessness state. Then after reaching that state, what is there to desire for? That is my question. And what is Atma? You have to get this homework to be done 5, 6, 7, 8 from the Mundaka. And there is a continuation. What kind of practice we get? We have to do practice to reach the Akshara. Once we reach the Akshara, we have to do contemplate on it. This is the way. And after that, the process of birth and organism, it's very clear. The sun acts as a fluid and makes the clouds, and the uh, soma will be we can get the rain of soma, and from that we will get the medicine from the earth. We will eat those medicines. Medicine means here the aushadas, and after that the semen will born, semen will we get, and from the semen we will get the organism. So this Surya and Chandra energy will be eventually distributed among these listed down 7 organs, 7 fire, fuel, home, lokas, all this, so ocean, mountain, rivers, all helps, and etc. and etc. And the form of the formless, why we have discussed form of formless. Nature of supreme self is amurtimayam, that is no formless. But here the form of formless is given. The form of formless is the inner soul. How the inner soul is? You have to touch your head, eye, or speech, prana, and heart. These are Agni, Sun, Moon, directions, Vedas, Vayus, and whole universe. This is the inner soul. And the creation, just how thousand sparks will appear from the one Agni rises, and again the same way everything rises from the Akshara and dissolves to the Akshara. This is the order of the creation. You have to remember from the Akshara, the Prana, Manas, Indriya, and so from the Akasha to earth, it is a normal form. Before that, you have to remember Manas, Prana, Manas, and Indriya. Nature of the Supreme Self, it is Sahi Divya Amurtihi Purushaha Saha Bahya Abhyantaraha Ajaha Apranaha, next Amanaha Subraha, Aksharat Paraha Paraha is greater than the Akshara. The role of the Guru and eligibility of the disciple. The role of the Guru to teach impart the knowledge to the right person. So what are the eligibility of that right person means? He has to have a prasanta chitta, otherwise he cannot able to grasp that knowledge. He should have control over his indriyas, otherwise he cannot be able to grasp that knowledge. What is a worthful karma? So these are the worthful karmas are mentioned here. So there is a number I have given. This is 11 and 12 mantras. Please check these 11 and 12 mantras in your own native language. Not in Sanskrit, not in English, in your own native language. If possible, try to understand what is worthful karma. And what is a worthless karma? We know that it's avidhyaya vartamanaha swayam dhiraha panditaha. So here there is a mention again, balaha. These are the worthless karma. Why it is worthless karma? It gives the old age and death. What are the 7 tongues? The name of the 7 tongues of the fire. Agni is a Kali Karali Manojava Sulohita Sudumra Varna Spulingi Vishwaruchi Lolayamana Hiti Saptachitvaha. Agnihotra diminishes his 7 births by what? By doing this, or by not doing, or by doing or not performing this. One is the Dasha Karma, moon rituals, Chaturmasa Karma, not having Atithi Sarkara, and not performing the Vaishvadeva, right, like a feeding or giving your offering or food to the nearby. And the ritual against the Shastras. These 7 will diminishes the Agnihotra. What is the Yajna? So when we are doing the Yajna, the fire catches the fire from the wood carries the food to the gods. that is called Swaha, Havyas, Avisu. So this Agni, even though you are performing this kind of yajna, by if you do these 7 kind of things, right? This follow things like 1 to the 7 or 6. This kind 6 kind of things will diminish your uh, result of the yajna. And origin of the creation, they have compared like a spider and its herb, human and lomas, and earth and avashadis. Just like that, universe has originated from the akshara. So how he means, so Brahma did the tapas, from tapas annam, annat pranam, manaha, karma are born. So there is a slight difference between the origin of the creation here and origin of creation here. See, from Aksharad, there is a prana and mana indriyas, right? After that, there's a 5 elements: Akasha, Vayu, Jyoti, and water. Fire is Agni, as mentioned Jyoti here. So here Akshara directly pranam agatam. So, but here in this slide, um, origin of the creation, right? So, origin of the creation, it's from Brahma did the tapas. From that, Annam, Pranam, Manaha, Karma are born. So Annam appeared as a first. After that, Prana and Mana. There in that process, it is Aksharat, Prana, Tataha, Manaha, Tataha, Indriyani, Agata. So nature of the Akshara, we are very clear about this slide. We have discussed it twice. And after that, Saunaka, when Saunaka reached the Angirasa, sorry, Angirasa, don't get confused. Angira is the second one, Angirasa is the last one. Who taught the Saunaka, the Brahma Vidya? There are 2 ways, Para and Apara. What is Apara Vidya? Is knowledge of the Akshara Om is the Para Vidya. Apara Vidya is the 4 Vedas and their Shadangas. What are the Shadangas? Shiksha, Kalpa, Vyakarana, Yukta, Chanda, Jyotishi, or these are the Shadangas. These are the Aparavidya. So, what else we have in this? The first Mundaka, there is a lineage of the Brahma Vidya. So, who taught to whom? You have to remember this slide. And finally, Mundakopanishad belongs to Shaunaka Shaka of other Veda. It contains 3 chapters. Each chapter contains 2 kandas, and it holds total 64 mantras. So, what is difference between the Kena Upanishad and Mundakopanishad? There are 34 mantras. Here, the 64 mantras, and that completes our Mundakopanishad. Any questions here in this from this Upanishad? Anything you cannot understand?
मैम अग्निहोत्री किसको बोलते हैं? Who is अग्निहोत्री?
So Agnihotri is who is performing the Agnihotra Karya. That one is the Agnihotri. Let's say I am doing the Igna, then I am going to be the Agnihotri.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Anything else, ma?